Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is May 9th, 2011. As we start this week off, there's a lot to cover, so let's just jump right into the charts. We do have the futures moving higher by about 3.5 points at the moment. That can only mean one thing, that the US dollar maybe has pulled back a little bit. But in any case, futures are up 3.5 points. Not a major move by any stretch. Last week, the market did take a bit of a shellacking. Also on Friday, you'll notice that the overall major indexes really were sharply higher and then sold off really throughout most of the day. So again, it's all about the US dollar index, if you ask me. Today, the US dollar index is holding steady Eddie. It did have a huge two-bar surge here. You did get two big days back to back. We may be due for a little bit of a pause day, especially on a light volume Monday. However, US dollar index at the moment is trading higher by 2 cents. But what a move it's been as the market is rallied up. You've seen that the major stock indexes all coming under pressure on the back of a stronger dollar. So we'll keep that on watch very closely. You can see the dollar here pulling back a little bit, and sure enough, futures do catch a little bit of a bid. So it's as inverse as the relationship has ever been, if you ask me right now. So very important to keep one eye on that dollar at all times. Okay, there's a lot to cover. One thing I want to talk about quickly is the Eurozone. It looks like Greece last week, there were rumors out there that they were going to defect or leave the European Union, leave the euro. Today, it looks like they may be getting a better deal on their debt. They may be getting a better rate or renegotiating, or they're going to actually refinance that entire bailout. So we'll see how that plays out. I know S&P cut their rating to B from double B minus, so just a little bit more of a rating cut, and we'll see how that affects everything. But remember, if Greece gets a better rate, then all the other nations are going to want a better rate. Portugal, Ireland, also Spain, which is due to possibly get bailed out down the road. That's going to probably require a better rate as well. So we'll see what happens here. It's a dollar story, if you ask me. But nonetheless, the European take on it is going to be very interesting, starting with Greece, who, this story just does not seem to go away. They've been bailed out over a year ago, and in fact, almost 1 year last May. So again, it's very important to keep one eye on the European story. Last night in the Asian markets, you had the Nikkei lower by 65 points. Not really that big a deal, but it looks like they are going to shut down some nuclear reactors there. You had the Hang Seng, really the big winner, up 0.75%. The Shanghai was up 0.3%. Australia and the Sensex just scratching out just small positive gains. But in any case, I don't think that's going to really affect our markets over here today, the small gains in the Asian markets last night. Normally, if the Asian markets are up very strong, we usually look at the leading commodity stocks here, such as Freeport-McMoRan, Cleveland Cliffs, U.S. Steel, AK Steel, things of that nature, and they'll usually make really good moves. But today, I'm just not seeing that really going to play out with the Asian strength right now. However, we do have pretty decent moves in gold and silver this morning. Both are rebounding pretty nicely. The GLD on Friday closed at 145.30, trading at 146.27 at the moment. Was much higher, has come back in a little bit as the dollar showed a little bit of strength. The SLV, which you use that as for a silver proxy, trading just above $36, closed on Friday at $34.48. So good bounces in SLV and GLD. Did hit 37 in the pre-market this morning, much earlier. So very good little bounces as the markets inflate. You also have a pretty big move going forward right here on oil. So USO really having a pretty decent day. I believe spot oil is up about $2 today, and the USO right now trading higher at 39.56. It closed at 38.87. So that's a pretty decent move for the United States Oil Fund this morning. Okay, and you have spot crude trading just under $100. I believe it's up about $2.50 on West Texas. Okay, so just a very nice bounce back in the market as things reinflate a little bit. The problems in the Middle East, Northern Africa, as far as Syria goes, Libya, all these nations are really under very heavy conflict. A lot of protesting going on. I know Gaddafi has bombed some oil fields. So again, none of this stuff is going away. Problems in the Middle East don't get cured overnight. They take long periods of being dragged out and a lot of violence before they ever get fixed. So again, good solid move on the USO. I wouldn't be surprised to see the USO back above $40 in no time at all. Okay. Before we end this broadcast, let us just really reiterate quickly. It's all about the dollar. US dollar, in my opinion, is still the most important chart in the market. You can see when the dollar moves, the market goes inverse. That's what I think traders need to worry about. There's no earnings that I think are all that significant today. There'll be a few earnings out this week, but we're pretty much at the tail end of earnings season now. So I don't think there's any earth-shattering news that we need to worry about at the moment. With that said, everybody, I'd like to wish you a good trading day, and we'll see you on the charts tomorrow morning. Have a great afternoon, great morning, and we'll see you tomorrow.